Hey everybody, Rick Peterson here, Goes to 11 Media. I am bringing to you today some information that I think everybody should know who's ever watched any of our videos or watches a lot of drone videos online. And that is regarding the changes that happened last year in 2019 as far as new drone laws. Now, a lot of people don't realize that with drones comes a ton of responsibility. I think everybody at some point thinks, oh, it's just like flying a little toy, what's the big deal? These things can cause a lot of damage. If you hit somebody, if it falls out of the sky because you're not paying attention to the amount of battery life on it, even the aspect of if you put it into the flight of airplanes. Now I know some of you are probably thinking like, come on Rick, who's gonna put this in the flight path of an airplane? Lots of people. And that's why they came up with the regulations. And so one of the things, I'm going to show you a video behind me here. If you take a look, you'll see that some bright person, and it was down, I think it was down in Michigan at an air show that the Blue Angels were doing. And they decided to throw their drone up in the air and get some fantastic footage of the jets flying by. And we're talking the separation between the jets and the drone was minimal. And that's the kind of stuff that kills people. So they've come up with all kinds of regulations where you can fly, where you can't fly. And there's a company locally that I've joined up with, and I did my basic drone pilot license through them called Coastal Drone. And their program is really good. Like, they've done a great job on the videos and all the little PDFs that you have to read and understand for maps and all kinds of stuff. Did you know that you had to have your operating procedures, contact information for NavCan? There's all kinds of stuff. You have to have your pilot's license with you. Crazy amount of stuff that you have to have for that. The other thing is, did you know that you need pylons? Got to make a safe landing zone. I have a little landing pad, so you basically tape off or mark off what the pylons area that you're going to be operating within. There's a ton of regulations with these things. Now, you know that I use the Mavic Pro 2. Is an awesome drone. I love this thing. It's a fabulous drone for the money. They're not cheap, but you get so much technology in these. The thing is with it is that because it weighs over 250 grams, you have to have a license. Now, DJI came out with the Mavic Mini to sort of circumvent the new drone laws. Big difference in its durability, or should I say robustness would be the term, as far as being able to handle wind and weather conditions. And this thing here, as it is, I mean, if we're talking 15, 20 knot winds, I start looking to bring it down. Anything above that, it's just not good for the drone. It's working too hard. The Mavic Mini is going to be much more susceptible to being pushed around in higher winds. All of these things you need to know. Check out this slide over my shoulder here. I put up there's an app I use. It's called UAV Forecast. I'm gonna go fly a drone. This is what I look for. Tell me what the weather's doing, and it'll tell you whether it's good to fly or not good to fly, and super helpful. And so it's a valuable tool to use when you're actually breaking out a drone and you're thinking you're gonna go fly. Check that first. And it happens to me all the time. I'll be like, I'm gonna go fly my drone, and then I'll look, nope, not good to fly. Because what the wind is at ground level, you have to magnify by several times the higher you go. So when you start going up 100 meters, you're starting to deal with higher wind velocities, and that's going to be more difficult to maintain the control over the drone. So I'm excited because I've done my basic drone pilot course. Now I'm doing my advanced through Coastal Drone. And the thing that I'm going to tell you is that when you look at the map, and I'm going to put that up on behind me here too, in Canada, we have a drone site selection tool which will tell you everything you need to know about whether or not you can operate a drone in a set area. And so I always break that out before I go to think about flying the drone. Where am I going to go? But what's cool is that when you look at that map on the basic level, and then when you click on it on advanced, a whole bunch of places open up for you to be able to fly. So what they're basically saying is that you're much more proficient, you're gonna have a higher level of knowledge, and you're going to be able to do things responsibly within these areas, so they're gonna let you fly. Otherwise, you're really limited. Like, the amount of limitations on a basic drone pilot, massive. So if you're thinking you're gonna go out and spend $2,000, $3,000 on a drone and just go fly it, forget it, it's not gonna happen. And if you're gonna do your basic license, you're gonna be very limited to where you can fly it compared to the advanced license. So I'm going to give you guys a report back after I've completed the course. It is a very in-depth course. Like, I'm looking at this going, oh my Lord, I've got a lot of reading and a lot of studying to do, because there's a lot of details that are asked on the government exam when we go to pass that, as well as there's also an in-person flight test that you have to do as well. So lots more responsibility. Anyways, folks, I just wanted to let you know all about this. I'm going to put the link down below to Coastal Drone. If you're interested in checking them out, click the link below. Great people, great courses. I think you're really going to like it. It's worthwhile the investment to spend the money on the courses. Go get your basic one to start. See if you like it. And if you do, then definitely go get your advanced if you're going to be looking to do more flying. And again, it just opens up a lot more for you. If you don't have your license and you're flying, all that it takes is any form of peace officer, police officer, a minister, or their delegates. If they get an inquiry as to you flying a drone, they have the right to ask you for your documentation. If you don't have it, the fines are substantial. And I believe they start at about $1,000 and go up. So you gotta know your rules or you're gonna pay. All right, listen, we're gonna leave it at that. Enjoy your day, thank you so much, and I will check back with you once I get through this advanced drone course. Wish me luck, we'll talk to you later.